Alright, hi guys, welcome back. Today is Tuesday, February 17th, 9:55 p.m. Once again, we have to redo last night's show and the night before last show. It's the same show. Again, for some reason or another, I think we may have went over an hour or something like that. The Ustream did not record. So I apologize if you guys saw just a little intro and maybe you saw something about my finger. That's all apparently recorded. So we're gonna try to go a little bit faster tonight. Get these same cases done over again, and we'll make it less than an hour. And then we will be doing another show right after that. We're doing back-to-back shows, and we'll be discussing that later. Okay, so I'd like to welcome Deborah and Kinsley again. Hi guys.
Hi Brian, how are you today?
Fine. A little bit better than yesterday. Apologize for being such a dick, probably. I guess that's what you would call it. I was just a little bit aggravated yesterday that we've done all this work. Kinsley and I did this recording for the third time now. That's a little over 4 hours we spent thinking we were being recorded. But that's fine. It's great. I guess we can just get better at it. What I was showing you last time, if you can see now, my finger, actually my middle finger is double its size. I didn't know what I was doing when I was trying to plunge a toilet, and I used the electric snake thing, and the glove got wrapped around and kind of took my hand with it. But I'm just fine, and everybody's just fine, and that's that. But yes, that's what you guys were looking at. Can you see the finger, Deborah? Do you see a size difference? I know in this thing it doesn't look well.
Brian, we have to verify that people can actually see and hear you in chat. I see a still of you up on the screen.
Okay.
And that you're live. And I don't have the volume on, obviously, because we would get an echo with it. And I asked in the chat.
The audio should be working. Yeah.
No.
I'm looking right at the Ustream thing. It says that we are recording and that the audio meter is going back and forth. So if you guys aren't hearing the volume, you might want to try clicking on your little volume icon on the bottom. It should be right about here. There.
Brian, there's a still image of you up there.
Okay.
It's been there from the beginning.
Okay. Yeah, but what I'm saying is there's nothing I can do to fix that. I mean, maybe it's just because they might need to refresh their screen. Okay. Well, she can see what I'm saying. I mean, I can't. There's nothing I can do about that, if it is. So if you're seeing a still image, well, now obviously you're probably not hearing me either. But refresh your page, because as far as I know, it's working.
A few times, so let's make sure that this is working. Because last night, the redo last night combined two different shows, and that's why it ended up going so long. So
right. Well, we're good. It's got to be good. There's nothing I can do to not. We're going to end up doing the same thing. And it's showing that I am broadcasting. And if Kinsley says, Kinsley, do you see me on there? Okay. Am I moving?
You're moving now. Am I refreshed again?
Okay. I'm moving. That could be bandwidth. That could be anything. I don't know. But let's get started. Okay. What we're going to do tonight, as we've been doing every night, we're going to update you guys on the latest news on Amber Alerts. Now, I know there was another Amber Alert issued today. Deborah had just gotten with me a little earlier on that. She's going to be sending the information. I will have a dream drawing on that tonight. Deborah, do you know the name of the person that went missing and location?
Yes, I do, Brian.
Okay.
Her name is Annabelle Williams Furlano.
Okay.
And she's missing off Conroe, Texas.
Okay. Thanks. And what we did is she just verified that. A lot of times on Amber Alerts, the person is found usually within the first 24 hours. So we do double check. Deborah's been real good at that. Right before she sends it to me, she double checks to make sure that person is still missing. Because in a lot of cases, they are found. So I will get that one done tonight. But let's start off with our most important case. Well, every case is important, guys, but the one I think at this point needs the most attention would be Adji Desir. Everybody knows about him. Deborah, real quick, when did he go missing?
I believe it was Saturday, the 11th of January. I'm double checking that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's about right. Yeah.
He needs some attention.
Okay. So he went. Yeah. Go ahead. Go on.
we're just going to keep talking like you've said before until it gets the attention it deserves.
Right. So, like I said, we're going to start each show out with Adji's case until he's located. So, okay, he went missing on the 11th. The case was open on the 14th. Um, there is some new information. It's posted on the website. If you guys know now, but if you go to the briansdreams.com/TV, which should be up there, you will see the case we're talking about. You click on Adji's picture, you'll see all the information that we have so far. There was a dream drawing last night that's basically it states that Deborah just read it to me too. That on the 19th, the Amber Alert person will be found. Now, looking at that and the other information on there, we're not exactly sure who it is, but I certainly hope it will be Adji, and I certainly hope that he'll be found alive. So he went missing. Then what we have so far is the maps that we've done up. If he had wandered away or followed the dog like we've been talking about, he might still. Well, if he's still in this area, we're looking for him not being alive. But either way, we need to find him. I think we talked about last night that there is a massive search planning or something like that in 2 weeks. Deborah, is that what we talked about?
Right. They have talked about a task force taking control in 2 weeks' time from now and following up on in excess of 350 tips. Now, the person that let me know this information, their question and their reaction is the same as mine, and that is why wait 2 weeks? And there's a correction. He was last seen on January 10th, on Saturday, January 10th, Brian.
Okay. So that the correction to that, he went missing on the 10th. As far as I know, other than last night's dream drawings, I have not been able to get anything additional on this. That doesn't mean anything really at all. I'll try again tonight, but he's still missing, guys, and really we need to be looking for this child. And really, if you can't look, if you can't search, get his picture out there. Put his picture is your image like on MySpace or Facebook or something like that, and that's a great way to spread his image around. And when you do that, make sure you put his statistics. When he went missing, his full name and what he was wearing, something like that, because somebody's seen this child if he's alive. And again, if you've taken this child, please give him back. It's not worth it. Please give him back. You can like with any missing person, you can drop him off anywhere. You can drop him off at a police station, fire station, anywhere. Anonymously, just make sure he's safe and go. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, guys, on this one. Kinsley, Deborah, do we have anything else on this one?
Not really.
Okay.
We had the latest news that the task force would be taking control of it. And as far as your dream drawing, we do have, now we have 4 alerts that we're working, because the 4th one is the case that you're going to open, and that Amber Alert has been active for 24 hours now. So the Amber Alerts that are active right now on your site with, what's going on here would be Adji Desir, and then there's Haleigh, Anne-Marie Cummings, Dominick Arceneaux, and you will be adding Annabelle Williams-Furlano to that.
Okay. All right.
So there's a run, which ones they are.
All right. Speaking of Dominick, let's talk about him right now. The Dominick Arceneaux's case was opened on February 12th, 2009. He is still missing. Deborah, real quick, where and when did he go missing?
I apologize. My
no problem.
As good as it should be. I've got it now. Here we go. Dominick has been missing since actually the same day that Haleigh has. She went missing supposedly around 3 in the morning. He's approximately 2 or 2:30 in the afternoon. So that would be on February 10th that he was last seen. His date of birth is June 15, 2005. He's 3 years old, white male, brown hair, brown eyes, 3 feet tall, 38 pounds, and he's missing from Chidester, Arkansas.
Okay, thank you. The dream drawings on this, basically the same thing. 32 sports fan, white SUV. He took him 841 H Grove. We did find the location. We have a map for Harmony Grove. It's posted on the site. Once again, the dream drawings from last night might refer to this case. If so, that will be, I believe, Friday is the 19th. Is that correct?
Yes. Oh, wait a second. Friday's the 20th, so the 19th is Thursday. Yeah, today's
Thursday.
Tuesday, so that would be, yeah, Thursday is the day that you had the
Okay.
date. I was a day ahead of clear when I looked at your dream drawing. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Did any additional information? I know we discussed some other things. Do we want to bring any of that stuff up, or?
Well, we had the information regarding the FBI being there,
Okay.
approximately 30 agents.
Okay. Yeah.
What is the latest, Kinsley? Do you have anything more recent on that?
No.
Okay.
Just that they do have the FBI agents say that the missing toddler may have been kidnapped.
Okay. To fill you guys in, what we talked about last night, what didn't get recorded. A few days ago, we had some information about the FBI they're treating this case as an abduction, and that information wasn't verified, and we did not want to release that. The following day, we did get confirmation that there are some 20 FBI agents, I believe, were at the property or something like that. So they are paying attention to this case, which is good. And
Brian, I'd like to say something about that information. The way that the information was received was through a private message to you through your website, and the person actually saw the FBI agents at the home on Sunday. And it's not that we doubted that it was occurring, but until it actually is televised or listed somewhere, we have to try to be cautious that we don't put out information that could possibly, hinder or obstruct an investigation too. We didn't know where they were going with it at the time, so we waited to disclose that.
Exactly. Yeah, guys. One thing: if you send us information, we're not the news media. We won't post it if you don't want us to. If we think that it may hinder an investigation, we will not make it public. I mean, there's a lot of things that we've held back on, and there's some things I know right now about other cases that I will not discuss because I've been asked not to. So really, you can send information, but please note that you'd like it to be private. Okay, so that's the latest that we know on him. I think he has been. I think he was abducted. And as far as who abducted him, that would be that the man right there. He could be age 32 years old. He's a sports fan and drives a white SUV. The number 841 might be a time, and we're looking again at Hominy Grove. And that's all I know about that one, and I don't have anything additional. Do you guys?
Nothing additional.
Okay. And Deborah, nothing else?
No, nothing else, Brian.
Okay. All right. Our next case is Haleigh Ann Marie Cummings. I'm just looking for a picture right here. Okay. Okay. Haleigh Ann Marie Cummings. The case number 673. The case was opened on February 11th, 2009. At last check, she was still missing. The information that's posted on the website, once again, you guys just click on her picture, you'll see the dream drawings and stuff. Once again, I believe that her mother, her biological mother, has something to do with her disappearance. I also believe that she made a phone call, or her mom's boyfriend, or her boyfriend made a phone call to the school for some reason or another. Once again, it's imperative that police do check the phone records to any calls from that school, or to that school, I mean, and figure out what was the reason why the phone call was made. I think that she was planning on actually taking the child for some reason or another. That didn't happen, so it happened in the middle of the night or something like that. If there is a ransom, now, if somebody's requesting a $175,000 reward or something, please be wary of that and check. I'm sure they already know that, but I'm just saying that's what that said. It's possible right now that she could be safe in a trailer in Jacksonville, Florida. So far, we don't have an exact location, but we do have some things that are posted in some numbers and stuff. If anything additional comes up, please, guys, it will be in the forum. And if you find anything else, please post it. Just looking at this, two separate nights of dream drawings were done on this. Actually, a third one. The last one says they cleaned the trailer. I talked about that, basically stating that for some reason or another, the trailer was cleaned prior to her disappearance. And again, like I said last night, I know things aren't looking very good for this case, but no feelings of death and no feelings of danger either. And let's hope that's the case. Deborah, do you have any information, anything new on this case?
As far as anything new, I received some information and Kinsley receives information, but Kinsley has also been very busy researching
Right.
these cases, especially the newer cases too, and getting it posted in the forum. She's digging up everything she can get and checking for updates on a continual basis. So she would be more aware. And then at the end of this case, I would like to share what has been said in chat regarding Dominick. So
Okay,
Kinsley,
that's fine.
you fill it where we're standing right now on Haleigh's case?
Yeah, real quick, guys. Deborah and Kinsley, they've been helping me out a lot, and I appreciate everything that they do. They research stuff. They get the latest information. They are a major part of the forums. Like I said, the forums are right up there. Missing person forum. They're running those forums. They're admins. If you'd like to help them out or want to volunteer your time, please do so. We do everything, for free, but I think that we all get pleasure, or not pleasure, but we like doing this. We think that we're doing good, and hopefully we're helping somebody. So if you want to help out, please go ahead.
The word may be satisfaction.
Right. That's a good satisfaction. All right. And so, but we're spending a lot of hours every day doing this, and everybody has families and stuff like that, and it is taking away some time from our families and stuff. But I think it's worth it, and this is what I like to do, guys. And hopefully I'm making a difference, and I know Kinsley and Deborah are definitely making a difference. So as far as Haleigh goes, Kinsley, you have anything new?
About what you guys were saying, though, I think that more than anything, it feeds my soul to help others.
Exactly.
Back to the thing with Haleigh real quick. Apparently some new information has come up that there's a possibility, it has been rumored, and the police are checking into it, that Misty may not have been in the trailer at the time that Haleigh went missing. In addition to that, they're now saying that she...
I don't want to interrupt you real quick, but that's exactly what Dream Drawing on the 11th says. It says, not in same bedroom, not in home. 213 smoking.
Right.
Okay.
And they had just done a canvas. They had about 100 agents working with about 300 homes going out last night. And they also had the FBI as well as some local police out at the Cummings home again last night doing some searching there. I'm not sure what that's about. They have not released it, but that came after the going door to door to find out new information.
Okay.
In addition to that, they're also now saying she was not again wearing that pink shirt that they described before. So at this point, the tan shorts that we first heard about, not accurate. The underwear, possibly pink shirt, is now gone out of the picture too. So we really have no idea what she was wearing.
Okay,
right
that's kind of disturbing in a way. That's actually pretty disturbing, because that means that that information the police get comes from the people responsible for her well-being. So you're saying that information was incorrect. Why? I mean, did they make a mistake, or what?
I don't know. They were holding the pink shirt today, though. They have the pink shirt. She was not wearing that when she went missing. We have no idea what she was wearing. They're saying now that her face is what's going to be able to bring her home, because we have no idea what she was wearing.
Okay. Okay, so guys, what we can do in this case is I'm not exactly, listen, and if the police request a search, then all means help search. But really, once again, it's getting her picture out there. Her picture's on the screen right now. You can get, a picture from her website. I believe that Kid Finders has set up a website for her.
Yes, that's bringhaleyhome.com.
Did they just off topic? Did they set up a website for Adji?
No, of course not, Brian. He's not a little white child.
Okay, let's
Sorry about that. I'm going to keep saying it until people pay attention.
Okay. I'm sure. I think that somebody has, though. I think that somebody has. If not, if we can't find that by tonight, we'll register something and link to it, or make it up yourself. We've done it before. It's not very difficult, and it only costs about $7. Okay. And one other thing is, a lot of people talk about expenses of running these websites and running hosting stuff and how much stuff costs. And let me tell you what, guys, my server, okay, I have a dedicated server, and it costs me $49 a month. That's it. There's no other fees. I do everything myself. There's no thousands of dollars a month fees or anything to do this stuff. It's really pretty cheap. And I know a little bit what I'm doing, but I'm just saying that if you have somebody that's missing and you know nothing about setting up a website or anything like that, please talk to us. We'll be happy to set it up and we'll host it. Absolutely free. We do it all the time. If you don't want to host it with us or whatever, we'll give you some places you can do that. That it's not hard at all to set up a website and host it. Really, nothing's really difficult about any of that stuff or expensive. Okay, so that's the latest information on Haleigh. Now, Deborah, you wanted to say something about Dominick again.
Right. I'm trying from time to time as I'm flipping through the tabs here and we're doing the broadcast to keep an eye on what's going on in chat, because we are trying to do questions and answers and also gather whatever information and that people are able to provide, and if we would like them to post what they can in the forum or email it in addition to that, but we try to gather information, and sometimes they actually try to help us too when we're discussing something, and we have chatters that are mapping and Googling for us too.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't looking the entire time, and so after a couple things were said, then look at chat, Deborah, was typed in here. So I've seen it here, and I want to thank someone in chat. Thank you to Granny. Now, she's been getting information on this case from someone that's close to the family. It's not a relation. She knows someone, or she knows someone that knows something. She says that the FBI is now taking tips, and they say that there is nothing more that can be done but wait and pray in Dominick's case.
Okay.
They also...
Well, real quick, that's not really true, though. That's not true. I mean, wait and pray, that's good, but we can always spread its picture,
Right, exactly. Awareness is key. The other thing that Granny has to say is that the Harmony Grove area has not been checked out yet.
Okay.
So if we could get somebody to check that out, that would be wonderful, correct?
Yeah, of course, yes, definitely.
Is this one in the local area?
Yes, and please, once you've checked it, please let us know that the area's been cleared. So we don't keep talking about it. I mean, it might be something, it might be nothing, I don't know. But yeah, if you're out in the area, please.
It was checked out.
It was, or it wasn't?
She's now saying it was checked out and nothing was found.
Okay. Okay, so that area, then we can note, I'll make a little note that says that area was clear.
Okay. Okay, I guess that could be read both ways. Okay, so Harmony Grove area is cleared.
I want to make a note right now.
Information, it was suggested that there is a Haleigh Grove. Haleigh Grove does not have a close proximity.
Right.
But that's something that, could be checked also.
Was checked and cleared. Correct. I'm just making a little note on the case file to let everybody know that that area was cleared. Now, maybe there could be some reason why that's in there, and it might be something related to that. Maybe I don't know. I mean, maybe the person was there. I really don't know, since I don't really have much on this at all. But thank you guys for checking on that.
Do we know, since we have someone responding in the chat room and I believe to us via Skype chat, do we know if this area was cleared by law enforcement or was it cleared by private individuals? Do we know that at this point? I'm asking chat, actually.
Okay.
I'm asking Andy.
It's going to be a little bit, there's about a 10-second delay, so we'll have to wait for our answer.
Law enforcement.
Okay.
Okay,
By
great.
Ellie. Okay, good.
Great. Thank you, Granny.
Thank you. Okay,
And Granny saying FBI.
Okay, good. Thank you. That's John Benet Ramsey. Up on your screen is a picture of John Benet Ramsey. We are going to be discussing this case real soon. Actually, I hit the wrong button, and I was going to show you a picture of Stephen Tamburo, but since she's up there, there's a lot of information that I have posted. It's not in the missing person section. It's actually in the dream viewing section. Like I said last night, I am pretty sure I know what happened in this case. I'm pretty sure. There is a lot of information I have posted, and it's recent events and stuff seems to reinforce that some of the stuff I have there might be correct, and we will be doing a show on that. I do know that her case is now open in the forums. So if you guys have any information on the murder of John Benet Ramsey, please let me know. You guys have any
If they could
comment?
post in the forum, that would be wonderful. There is a new category opened. It is called Most Wanted Criminals, and that is located down near the bottom of the forum underneath the Missing and Missed section. The Missing and Missed section has, I believe, over 200 cases of missing persons. And, you know, yes, a killer is missing, a killer is at large, but John Benet is not at this point. So we now have this new category. Please feel free to post, to read along and to post there so we can try to get that filled up with the most current information.
All right, thank you. Okay, the next case up is Amy Lynn Bradley. There's a lot of information on this case, and we do believe this case is connected to a lot of other cases, and we think that they involve human trafficking. After this show tonight, we'll be doing another show, and we'll have a special guest, Glendine Grant, and she is the mother of Jesse Foster, who went missing some time ago from Las Vegas, Nevada. We're gonna go over this case really quickly because we will be discussing this case, the Natalie Haleigh case, and several other cases right after this show. Okay, so anyways, Amy Lynn Bradley to this date is still missing. The case was open on November 12th, 2006. And Deborah, can you fill us in real quick on what happened?
Well, Amy was, I'm not even pulling the stats up. We're going to be going over this on the
We've done this 3 times too. So.
Right, well, you know, I don't remember every bit of the stats. I can give you kind of a circumstance, and I wasn't expecting you to say, Amy, I thought you were going to go on to the Free Friday Night next.
Oh,
well,
no, I'm sorry. Yeah, we go ahead. Yeah, my mistake. I just wanted to get these done. I mean, because they've been waiting, and I had already done up the archive pictures for that. So I wanted to get all these cases covered so that the pictures match the show.
Okay, we'll probably be, like you said, we'll be discussing this in a greater length on the next broadcast,
right,
where we'll have a special guest on there, which is the mother of one of the cases that we have. And Brian has put a link up to the website for Jesse Foster and listed the special guest up there, and you can see a picture, a photo of Glendine and her daughter Jessie, and Jessie's currently missing. So anyway, Amy, she went missing when she was on a cruise, Royal Caribbean cruise, with her parents and her brother. So very quickly, I'm going to try to run through this and hopefully won't trip over my tongue trying to talk too fast.
Okay.
She's missing since March 24th, 1998. She was on the cruise at the time. The name of the cruise ship is Rhapsody of the Seas. Once again, that's Royal Caribbean, guys. Her date of birth, May 12th, 1974. She was 23 when she went missing. Next month, she's going to turn 34. No, in May she will. In May she will. So she's going on 34 years old. 5 feet 7 inches tall, 115 pounds. Caucasian female, brown hair, green eyes. She may dye her hair blonde. Multiple piercings in her ears and pierced navel. She has several tattoos, and we do have a description of her tattoos. There is a baby Tasmanian devil on the back of her left shoulder, a green and blue gecko lizard around her navel. There's a Japanese symbol tattooed to her right ankle, and then there's a primitive Japanese sun on her lower back. She smoked cigarettes. She was last seen wearing short-sleeved white scoop-neck t-shirt, wearing shorts or jeans, a silver loop in her navel that had a blue bead on it, a man's silver watch with a blue face, and a silver college clasp ring with a black onyx stone that was on her right hand. And then she had a thin silver bracelet with cut-out turtles on her left wrist. So what happened was, after being out on the ship, dancing with, and being out for the night with her brother, they went back to the cabin, and they went back at 3:30. Now, the last time that Amy was seen was about 6 a.m. by a couple passengers, but they sat out on the balcony of in their cabin till 5:30 in the morning. Amy talked about getting off the ship in Caraco to possibly buy some cigarettes, and she left. And at about 6 in the morning, 2 passengers saw her riding the elevator to the top. And since they were preparing to dock in the port, and lower the gangplank, and there goes everybody, since her parents realized that she was missing, they were not able to locate her and verify that she was, safe and fine, they asked the cruise ship not to lower the gangplank. So, let's do a head count, let's try to account for everyone. And the cruise ship did not cooperate in that. And I find that really tragic. In fact, I find it reprehensible. I think that's horrible. If someone's missing, you need to pay attention. So, before I go on a big rant for that, that's how I feel. I'm not pleased about it. They didn't know at the time if she'd gone ashore of her own will or if someone possibly took her. There's been some talk about what they call maritime pirates. And I know, Brian, you're talking about how this does happen in certain places and, can happen on cruise ships and all. And here they actually term them as being maritime pirates.
Mm-hmm.
So they're actually giving these sorry, but they're creeps. They're giving these creeps a name. I guess we have to have a new dictionary to discuss this, but it's really, really upsetting. Amy was last seen with someone from one of the cruise ship's bands. His name is Yellow, and the band is called Blue Orchid. They don't know if there was possibly, something that he had to do with her disappearance, but there haven't been any arrests. She also spent time with several waiters prior to her, going missing while she'd been on the cruise. They ruled out the fact that she could have fallen overboard. The ship was near the shore, and they did check the water, and they feel that witnesses would have seen that happen or heard it because they were that close to the shoreline. So that's been ruled out at this point. There have been a couple sightings of Amy. There was one in August of '99 and one in August of '98 and then January of '99. The one in August of '98, the witnesses accurately described her tattoos. And at that point, the sighting was actually in Carac, where, she got off of the cruise line. So, if this sighting is actually correct, she did spend some time there. There was a cab driver that ended up talking about how she approached the cab and talked about needing to use a telephone. And they haven't been able to actually verify that one, although it is listed, in the missing persons databases that it happened. But Amy's family believes, because of the description of the tattoos, that it was really her. Now, in January of 1999, same type of thing. But in this case, they state that she identified herself as Amy Lynn Bradley, and she asked for help. Now, if someone is asking for help, wouldn't you think people should pay attention to that and help them? I mean, I know a lot of people don't want to get involved and do things, but still, there's just so many things wrong with this that I don't like it. But we run into problems when we're not inside the United States, too. Not everybody has as good of a justice system, legal system, authorities, law enforcement, everything. It's just different. There was also a possible sighting of her in March of 2005 in Barbados, and her parents are not able to verify. She would have been with a man at that point, so we're really not sure. There are sketches of what she was described to look like, and the man also. Now, she had just graduated college and was getting ready to start her career. Couple things about Amy: she smoked Marlboro cigarettes, and she enjoys Coca-Cola, Miller Lite, and hard candy. But this case is one that's, connected with quite a few others.
Yes, definitely. Okay.
In fact, Amy's in the same place as one of your other cases.
Right. I'll talk about that in just a second. I know probably, we haven't done a full case on this as far as discussion goes. Do you have anything else on that one, or do you want me to get started?
Well, we're going to talk about this a little more at another time, so I gave less than, what I have.
Yeah, no, we got a lot of stuff on this. This case will be discussed tonight. We're going to have Glendine Grant on with us. She's the mother of Jesse Foster, who went missing out of Las Vegas, who went missing from Las Vegas, Nevada. But we'll get all of that. That'll all be in the next show. But let me sum this up real quick. I'm going to read to you the dream drawings that were done on November 12th, 2006. It says, Beach Park, she is with a friend. Barry, Secrets Mafia, she can speak Spanish. Once again, guys, you can follow along just by clicking on her image. No boyfriend, Falson. That's important because that's come up several places in several different cases. Hand, ring, mark. She is okay. 162. Stop the pain. Frog legs. Go Columbia. Drugs traded. South. Go south. Bond. BON. Then there was a redo done on this one. It was done on December 30th, 2007. It says Columbia, South American Bar, Ice, Barracuda. I'm sure that's pronounced wrong, but that's what I got. Go here. Now, this case is, you see at the top, it's linked to RV01, which is Natalee Haleigh. I am almost certain that this case is definitely related with Natalee Haleigh, and I think both of them were trafficked out of the country. I think this has happened to a lot of other people, and I think we might have 3, 4, or maybe 5 cases that we have open right now that might be related to this. There's information on this case that exactly matches the information on the Natalee Haleigh case. I know people think Natalee Haleigh is deceased, but I beg to differ. I think Natalee Haleigh is alive and well in Colombia. There's a bunch of different things. There's a lot of reasons why I say that, guys. And if you look right here, some of the things, without a doubt, are definitely related to both of these cases. And in everything that I've gotten, no feelings of death, and in the same bar, the same frog legs. Okay, that frog legs Columbia actually exists. We had somebody go check it out, and I'm not sure how thoroughly it was checked out, but it does exist. That's why I say I know this has got to mean something. There is a map of the town. There's actually an address of the bar. So far, as far as I know, in the past 3, 4 years, only one person has actually investigated it. We'll talk about this further along with the Natalee Haleigh case, which you've already discussed, but we'll discuss some of the stuff about human trafficking, and that will be the topic of our next show. Right after this show will be an entire episode dedicated on human trafficking. I believe, Deborah, are we adding a few cases to that?
Well, the thing is, Brian, we're going to be talking about human trafficking, and we'll have Jessie Foster's mom on. And Jessie is a human trafficking victim, but you do have
well, she may be.
3 other cases
she
off
may
the top
be.
of my head, right?
Yeah.
She could be a human trafficking victim, yes.
Okay.
There is another case that has been linked to her, and then there's the cases, and that would be for Angela Marie Finger, and then you have the cases of Amy and Natalee, and
right.
those 2 are linked together as
exactly.
they're very similar.
Mm-hmm.
So those 4 cases, all relate to the same thing.
Right.
And Jessie's mom is very, very knowledgeable on human trafficking.
Yeah. Speaking of Jessie's mom, Glendine, she is actually watching right now. So hi, Glendine. Glendine lives in Canada. Yes, guys, Canada is a country. I know it's up north, but they are a country. And from what I heard, they do have electricity. I say that for a reason. It's just a joke that we have. But we're honored to have her on, and she will be on shortly. And we'll be discussing her case and how it may relate to other cases of human trafficking. And please stay with us because we have a lot of information, especially if you have teenagers, about what you should do and what you shouldn't do, and where you should allow them to go and where you really shouldn't allow them to go. Because human trafficking is very serious, and even in this country, you might not think about it, but it is, and it does go on. Okay, I know we got to stay under an hour. Deborah, do you have anything else on this one?
No, not really, because we'll be getting into the topic again on the next broadcast.
Once again, this is definitely this is related to Natalee Haleigh, and I think that they're both probably in the same location. I will do another one on this, but as far as I'm seeing, I can redo it all day long, and if no one actually goes to that area, which very few people actually have access to this location, it's really not doing any good. I do know I have not spoken with Beth Haleigh, but I do think that the family does think that she's deceased. And to me, that's really aggravating because I'm not getting anything like that. I do know the news reports. I do know everything that is talked about and some of the date rape drugs that are used to abduct people, which possibly maybe what may have happened to Natalee. Not to say, I'm just saying there's a lot of information. We will discuss that in the next case. Okay, so moving on. The next case we have is case number 196, Teresa Ann Davidson. And let me get the picture up for you guys. Okay. Teresa Ann Davidson. The case was requested to be open on the 12th of November 2006 by Badana, and I opened the case on the 14th, November 14th of 2006. And Deborah has some more statistics on that. Or is Kinsley doing this one?
It's actually Kinsley.
Hi, Kinsley.
Hello.
Okay, real quick, Kinsley and I know we've done this 3 times, guys. And you don't even know the work we put into it because it never got recorded on Ustream. And I said last time, if this doesn't record, I'm going to be really mad. Well, I don't know what we're going to do. We definitely won't be using Ustream anymore if this does not record.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Alright, with Teresa, she's been missing since October 7th, 1999 from Raynor, Oregon. She's classified as endangered missing. Date of birth is May 15th, 1965. She's 34 years old, 5'10", 140 pounds. She's a Caucasian female with brown hair and blue eyes. Teresa has a tattoo of a green rose on her right ankle. Her ears are pierced. And Teresa may also use the last name Colpitts. Her last name may also be hyphenated or not hyphenated, with Davidson Murphy being 2 separate words without the hyphen.
Okay. I always seem to forget that too. Yeah, it's Teresa Ann
Yeah.
Davidson Murphy. Okay.
Right. And at times it may be spelled A-N-N-E, her middle name Ann.
Okay. Well, let me update that too.
That's not how it's actually spelled, but at times it can be spelled that way as
Okay.
well. She was last seen wearing a cream sweater, jeans, white tennis shoes, a wedding ring, and a gold chain necklace. She was living with her husband, Richard Murphy, and their 2 children. Richard went on a camping trip. He departed on, I believe it was October 7th, 1999, to the Olympic National Forest in Mason County, Washington. And when he got back, he discovered that she was missing, and that was the following day. Her sister-in-law reported her missing, however, though, on October 23rd, which is more than 2 weeks after she disappeared, and there is no reason that's been explained for the delay in the report. In addition to that, there was also the family's 1991 Colt 1911 A1 45 caliber semi-automatic handgun that was missing as well.
Okay. Okay, thank you. The dream drawings were done on November 14th, 2006. I actually numbered them back then. It says number 1 says near ski resort 227. Number 2 says Rich knows something. Asian, it's not destroyed, 27 grams. We still don't know what that means. The 3rd drawing says was threatened with child. She tried to call you. BFO light fence. And I said 216. Number 4 says tell and you're dead. FBI needs to look into case now. Husband suspect was correct, 39, and the number 99. Friend of husband. Look for her. She's in California safe with boyfriend. Snow police look in box. And then the number 17. The translation says, I think Teresa's alive and living in California with a man that knew her husband. I believe that she was threatened with her life if she did not leave. I also think that both her and her husband may have been involved in some sort of illegal activity as well as infidelity. I'm thinking that activity was probably the transportation of narcotics. I suggest the FBI look into this case again. If anyone knows anything or something about a box footlocker, please look into it again. And it says other details are posted above. There was some, there were a few comments, and let's see, the comments came from, I think somebody related to the case. That information is posted up there. What else, Kinsley, did we talk about here? Was there anything that I'm missing?
That we needed to redo the dream ones.
Redo this. Okay, we needed to redo this one. I don't think that we have any maps or any locations that are going to help anybody out at all.
Right.
And let's see. So basically, I think this is probably definitely something to do with the trafficking of narcotics. A ski resort 227. I know out there in the West, ski resorts are there's plenty of them in California and in Nevada. As far as that, I'm just reading down here what the reader had said. Something about there is an SR 227 that runs through part of California and Oregon. It's a short highway. And yeah, okay, I think the reason why the redo is because I said I'd get it done, and obviously I didn't do it. So to Dana, I'm very sorry. We are going to get to that. Um, I know it's been 3 years or 4 years, 3 years, 4 years, but I will get it done. Okay, anything else? Deborah, do you have any comments on this case?
Not really. It's just that at this point, it's, when you talk about ski resort and stuff like that, it's hard to isolate that. Like you said, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, on that area there is, yeah.
Right. Once again, on this case, like every other case, if anybody has the information, please post it in the forum, email it in. Please help if you can research on the internet, if you have some kind of connections. Otherwise, get Teresa's photo out there, please.
Yep.
And
exactly. In statistically, we've done some research, and a lot of this stuff comes from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and they say that the number one thing that we can do is spread the picture. The picture is everything. So many people are found just by somebody seeing that person or whatever, and especially with abducted children and stuff. If you see that child somewhere, I don't suggest you go approach that child. Whatever, you call the police. You follow them, whatever you have to do. Stay safe, because you never know what that person or persons might do. The police may be already involved in an investigation. I'm telling you, that's how people are found, by somebody seeing the picture on TV, in the newspaper, and especially today, the internet, guys. Everybody's going to get the internet, and President Obama is making sure that we all have high-speed internet, so at a fair price. So I think that the internet is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and this is the way to spread the information. I really do wish that all the channels they have on satellite TV, there's no dedicated missing persons channel. You got music and you got all this other stuff, but there's no dedicated missing persons channel you can just flip to and look through the pictures. I'd watch it, put it up there in the airports and stuff. But so as far as I know, they don't have one. They still don't have a stamp either. I think a missing persons stamp in the United States would be a great idea, and I don't think they've ever done it. I think we started a petition, didn't we, Deborah, somewhere, to get Congress to try to approve some type of stamp?
I think that there was something a while back, Brian.
Okay.
And that's a wonderful idea, but petitions work wonders too, but it is kind of hard to get Congress to do what you want them to do.
Yeah.
It hasn't worked yet.
Okay. So we're going to move on. We only got about 15 minutes left. The next case, just put his picture up right there. That's Stephen M. Lancaster Cox. The case was requested to be open on around the 17th of November 2006. It was opened on the 19th. The dream drawings were done on the night of the 19th November 19th of 2006. Kinsley, this one's yours, right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. He's been missing since November 18th, 2004, from Ackworth, Georgia. Date of birth is March 13th, 1966. He was 38 years old. Height and weight were 6'1" and 170. Distinguishing characteristics is he's a Caucasian male, brown hair, brown eyes, and his nickname is Steve. Some agencies spell his last name without the hyphen, just so that we are all aware.
Okay.
He had previously fractured his kneecap and his left elbow, and he limps on his right leg. He has a 6-inch scar on his left elbow and metal screws implanted in that elbow. His ears are pierced, and he has a tattoo of a crown of thorns on his upper left arm or shoulder, and a tattoo of a rose on the upper left part of his chest. He was last seen at approximately 10 p.m. on November 18th, 2004, leaving his residence in the vicinity of Walden Lane and Moss Landing Road in Ackworth, Georgia. And he was accompanied by an unidentified person at the time, and he's never been heard from again, and they do suspect foul play.
Okay. Thank you. The dream drawings state that, once again, if you just click on the picture, you can follow along exactly what I'm reading. We got to go real fast now. They went catfishing. She is telling the truth. Muddy waters. He will be found. Next one says Mexico Spring, Canyon, Mexico warehouse. PAWSE cab. 1 police officer involved. RW up to 200% due to store bans. It's actually there's no D in that. On meth supplies. The next one is a picture of a man, approximately, it says 5'7", 160 pounds. Male, Jose Williams, dark eyes, not near, LNAM, MS-13 gang. Heart of gold. Pictures, mom, Mexico City, mother died. Concrete, burlap bag, late nylon, that's yellow. Nylon rope, yellow, Steve. The number is 3403 84421, 16 stab wounds. Blood was in the car, 12-foot boat, Lake City. Body, car, and then the words dump, fish. Now, I'll explain all this in a second, guys. I'm just reading it. Danger, call FBI now. Stop Victor. Translation. I think that Stephen was murdered by the man drawn above. He is a Mexican man, and I do not think he's a U.S. citizen. Stephen was killed by several knife wounds. Put in a brown burlap bag, filled with dry, ready-mix concrete, tied with a yellow nylon rope, and dumped in the middle of this lake, which is the lake described above. The body is buried deep in the mud and will be found when this lake floods. I'm also certain that the catfish population consumed most of his flesh. I just saw this, and it's still burned in my head. I don't remember that, but I'm sure it did. I think this is related to several meth-dealing operations in the area and has ties to the Mexican gang MS-13. Due to bans on certain items sold in stores that were used to make meth, the Mexican gangs have taken over the area and are very dangerous. I also suspect more related murders to occur, and as organized crimes take over local labs to keep up with quality and supply. It also says your daughter is not telling the truth. She is still taking the drug, and the drug is making her say the things she does. She is very paranoid and scared, with good reason. She may actually be responsible for another unsolved murder, and suggests that she be picked up by the police now. And it says in quotes, I think they can find a reason. It also says, I strongly suggest the FBI from another state get involved now, as more murders are almost certain. Anyone involved in this case may also be in danger, to include myself. And then it says something like, even if you don't believe in me, most people don't. Too many things in this case warrant a full, independent investigation. Personal comments, it talks about, yes, I did abuse meth as a child. I think I posted that as a teenager. I think I posted all that kind of stuff. So when I talk about drugs, guys, I know a little bit about them, and I'll tell you what, they're terrible. What maybe has happened, I think that this person, if she comes forward, I think that she may be able to help solve some cases. Whatever they have to do to give her immunity or whatever might need to happen. I don't know if any other murders have taken place, but I do think that since the ban on we talked about this earlier, in the United States there is a ban on pseudoephedrine. Is that correct? Okay, ephedrine. So whatever it's called, that makes it illegal to, or not illegal, but it's harder to get a hold of it. Thus, the Mexican mafia, MS-13, whatever else is down there, is manufacturing the drugs and transporting them to the United States. And I know for a fact that MS-13 and the Mexican mafia are very dangerous, and they don't play around. Somebody owes them some money, or somebody goes the wrong way, they don't negotiate, they just kill. And it's probably getting a lot worse. And like the thing we talked about before, in order to stop the drugs, first of all, we do need a border fence or something like that. That's common sense. But we also need to stop the problem. So we need to actually fix the problem with the users. We fix the problem with the users, I don't think we'll have any problems. But going through this, I'm just reading some notes. I think we did find a location. I think we did find a lake. I'm not sure if anybody looked at it or not. Okay, we have 6 minutes left. The next case up is I think Brandy Renee Hannah, correct?
Correct.
Okay, let me get her picture up real quick. Okay, that's her right there. Brandy's case was requested to be open on December 1st of 2006. The case was open on the same night or same day. The dream job. I'm sorry. Can you tell us what happened real quick?
Yep.
Okay.
Missing since May 20th, 2005. Date of birth is November 16th, 1972. 32 years old, 5'9", 115 pounds. Sandy blonde hair, blue eyes, white female. She has a tattoo of a sun on her right shoulder, tattoo of a heart between her thumb and forefinger on her right hand, 3 piercings in left ear, 2 piercings in right, gap in her upper front teeth, and crooked upper teeth as well. She's also missing her molars. She was last seen wearing a light blue shirt, blue jeans, and white athletic shoes, as well as a diamond ring with very small diamonds that make up the shape of a flower. She was working at a restaurant. She was excited to have the weekend off. She got through with work. She caught a ride home with a customer and talked to her mom by phone. Sometime that night she disappeared, and she hasn't been heard or seen from since.
Okay. Thank you. The dream dwelling state as follows. I believe that Brandy was murdered by a black male drawn above. He's in his 30s and might have a tattoo on his left leg. I also think that he knew Brandy. Brandy's. I'm sorry, there's a lot of misspellings here and stuff. Brandy's body may have been buried behind a tin shack, a small drainage ditch, which is approximately 20 meters away. Small shack power poles 121, 121. The telephone pole might be next to the area that she's buried at. It also says something along the lines of where the pipe bends and river bends. Now we did find something in there. I did have contact with family on this case with Donna, her mother. This is another case that we need to get done because I think I told him we'd get it done and it never happened. So definitely let's redo this one. Looking at what I see right here, unfortunately I don't think that she's alive. There's no really symbols of death. I know maybe I showed this to you one time, but a lot of times the death that I get in the dreams when I know something is death, it's actually a wonderful feeling. It's a warm, light feeling, and a lot of times you'll see something that looks kind of like that. That's how I kind of know if the person is dead or not. But with this case, we need to have. There's not enough information here to really get an exact location. The number 121. You guys are Skyping me. Okay. The number 121. I do know that power poles, especially the ones with the transformers on them, are marked with usually little metal riveted in there or whatever. Usually we had numbers. If we can get a location, we can probably find that power pole and see if there are any things next to it. I realize the case is old, but I think that we can make a difference on this one. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, first of all, I want to thank Deborah and Kinsley for being on. Thank you guys. Deborah, you there? We've still got about 3 minutes.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
You're welcome, Brian.
Okay.
And just so everyone knows, the redo for Teresa and Davidson Murphy and the one for Brandy Renee Hanna are in the pending for the redos.
Okay.
Which Brian is working in redos in addition to a new case, at least one new case each day. Brandy's case is already set to go. It's been emailed to Brian, so that should be posted within the next few days, correct?
Yes. Yes, I'm doing 3, I believe 2 or 3 tonight. And you know, we're getting as many done as possible. Remember, if I do too many at once, it does nobody any good, including myself. It doesn't do any good whatsoever. Anyways, guys, this is Adji. There's a picture right here. Here's a picture right here. Please spread this picture around, please, guys. Go to the forums, missingpersonforum.com. You know, put his picture on your blogs, MySpace, or whatever. We really need this case. Really needs the attention it's not getting. Call Nancy Grace. Call CNN. Call your local news media. You know, do whatever it takes. Get his picture out there, because this child has not been found yet. And it seems like to me, I know it's not true, but no one's looking for him. All right, thank you for joining us, and we will be right back with the special guest, Glendine Grant, the mother of missing person Jesse Foster, who went missing from Las Vegas, Nevada. And we have a really good episode about human trafficking. If you have children, school-age children, especially teenagers, you want to stick around for this one. Okay, thank you guys very much. We'll see you next time.